My dream is to find a place where the nature is so beautiful and welcoming, where the birds sing, and I can walk contemplating all the wonder that the Creator has left us. I imagine a land where the climate is so comfortable, where the days are pleasant, the mornings are good to walk and enjoy life. A place where the nights are delicious, with plenty of food and a special corner to stay with those we love. I think of a place with a lot of history to tell, with a fascinating encounter of cultures, where up to now, centuries-old traditions, like proud descendants of the land of their ancestors. I want a breathtaking scenery, so flowers sculpt, emanate songs, devise delights, and make life a daily exercise of well-being. I found this place. It's called Ilhas, a bit of Austria in Brazil. Located in the Midwest of Santa Catarina, Ilhas has approximately 800,000 inhabitants. The city was founded on 13 October 1933 by then the Austrian Minister of Agriculture, Andreas Thaler. Apprehensive of the severe economic crisis that hit Europe in the years before World War II, he led a colonization program that brought the first group of Austrian immigrants, mostly from the Tyrol, to the Midwest of Santa Catarina. The name of the town was inspired by a poem by William Weber called 13 Linden, which translated means 13 Tilhas. Tilha is a native tree in Europe with a white flower very common in Austria. Hundreds of immigrants brought a whole European way of life to 13 Tilhas. A little of life of the pioneers can be seen in the Castelinho, where Andreas Thaler lived with his family and today is a municipal museum. There is possible to travel in time and know the habits of the founders of the city through their objects, furniture and utensils. Built in 1937, the Castelinho was once the seat of the city hall and is a landmark of the Austrian colonization. On the arrival of the first group of immigrants in 1933, some musicians formed, still on the ship during the voyage, the Musikkapelle 13 Linden, that today is a band, Banda dos Tiroleses, that presents displays in several events of the city and holds several concerts. Since its foundation, the groups of dance and music are in the city and they keep alive the flame of the Austrian cultures. The Italian immigrants and Germanic people do the same and also contribute to the growth of 13 Tilhas. The presentation of the folk groups take place weekly and their members have already taken their art to various points in Brazil and around the world. The participation of the people who live there in the folk groups is remarkable, reinforcing even more the importance of the preservation of the European culture in 13 Tilhas. Austrian cuisine is tasty and has to be enjoyed. In 13 Tilhas, several restaurants offer typically Tyrolean dishes, such as sauerkraut, goulash, and Apfelstrudel, as well as Italian and regional cuisines. Also try the wonderful craft beers, and be sure to visit cafes, wineries with their liquors and homemade chocolate shops. The day can be enjoyed in many ways in 13 Tilhas. How about a walk through Parque do Imigrante with a paddle boat ride and contact with the wonders of the nature? The interior also holds unforgettable landscapes, as in the Battenberg line where the pioneers settled. There can be seen the first church built in the county. Today we find together a Via Sacra in the cave of Nossa Senhora Aparecida. In Linha Pinhal line, we find all the charm of the Italian tradition through the canteens with delicious recipes, the dance groups, the architecture of the houses, and the church, a true work of art hand-painted by the Austrian Karl Neumeier. Enjoy the beauties of a lake full of fishes and a magnificent little city where Tres Sicilias is faithfully reproduced. Fun and entertaining moments are waiting for you in the mini-golf and in the midst of the refreshing water park with its pool and water slides. Impossible not to be enchanted with the prom of Minister's Andreas Thaler, where its gardens make up a beautiful setting with the traditional Igreja Matriz Nossa Senhora do Perpétuo Socorro. Rebuilt in 1952, the church has several works curved out with the beautiful Sacred Road. Tres Sicilias is the Santa Catarina's capital of sculptors and wood sculptures. It is worth knowing the beauty of art preserved for generations. The work of the sculptors is a striking presence of the cultural identity of Tres Sicilias. The ateliers are open to visitation and commerce. Tres Sicilias counts on more than 20 sculptors, and it was with the sacred art that they gained world fame due to the beauty of its works. Tres Sicilias have a joyful, hard-working people, proud of their traditions and customs. Throughout the year, a lot of events bring joy to the locals and tourists, such as the Week of Sculptures and the Craft Fair, which are the great moments of the artist meeting. In April, Expotilhas receives thousands of people who pass through the park and can visit the agricultural and industry exhibition and trade, as well as the commemoration of the anniversary of the city's political administrative emancipation with national shows. In October, the Tiroler Fest takes place, the Austrian immigration party, which brings together folk groups, typical Austrian shows, gastronomy, and lots of music, as well as the exciting historic parade through the streets of the city when the trajectory of their settles and their evolution is remembered. The holiday season is pure emotion with cultural presentations and the Christmas stage in German. Tres Sicilias have comfortable hotels and lodges with a high standard of service and genuine architecture, which is another reason for the city's charm. Admire the flower-clad facades and the steeples on the roofs, symbolizing the Tyroleans' willingness to work. All the beauty of the city's architectures can be symbolized by the entrance portals, the City Hall building, and the honorary consulate, a link between Brazil and Austria that promotes well-being between the two countries and gives assistance to Brazilians who now live in this European country. A valley so beautiful, rapid, in vales and hills. It is my Tres Sicilias, so small and florid. From the top, the church greets us. Beautiful houses throughout the place. Traditions and faith unite us together and make us love peace. It was Thaler who brought us here, where new homeland we find. With pain and labor, another home uncovered. Earth for man, a home, happiness on this floor. And for giving us this home, our eternal gratitude. In Tres Sicilias I want to be, because here is my place.